Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Amateur Builders. This is Ron. I'm excited to speak to you about that report, or actually, the little project I was working on. I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. So, I hope you enjoyed last week's episode about tech tools when we utilize or when I walked you through the DaVinci platform, which is our audio editor, but it really is a video editing tool. But we use it to edit the audio podcast, the pod, the podcast audio. And I hope that you like that, and also walk you through on Sketch and what I utilize Sketch for. So, or actually Figma, I apologize. Walk you through Figma a bit on how we use Figma, me and Alu more in depth with Figma, since he's an engineer and he utilizes it for concept designs first, or just to have a design concept first and mock up so that he can utilize and see what users are interacting with on these design mocks. It is very good for an engineer, obviously, seeing that they don't have to waste time coding and such. They can get like user feedback rather quickly. Yeah, going into today's episode today, so definitely was excited to start on this new platform. This platform, if you haven't heard of it, is called make.com. So what Make is basically, honestly, in a nutshell, it's like an automation platform. And it's basically taken from tasks and workflows to apps and systems. It can build and automate anything in one powerful, visually induced platform. So visually, meaning that you can see literally the apps that you are connecting to and you're utilizing their APIs with, and it just looks more visually appealing. Other competitors are Zapier and N8N. Both or all of these tools are no code tools. So Zapier are some technical areas you can utilize, like custom code and such, or your proprietary code that you want to input into Zapier. You can use that. So you can use that. You can also use that with Make as well. But Zapier is like the known automation platform or the most well branded one. But so far using Make, I actually like it. I ran into a few errors and just wanted to walk you guys through the platform and talk a little bit about what you can build and make. I'm gonna also talk about one of the projects that I did for one of my friends. She is a baker. She don't have like her actual business, but she does like custom orders from friends and family. And I want to walk you through how, like, my thought process in building her automated workflow, or really an order flow for her accepting orders and then it going to her email and utilizing Instagram or any other social media platforms to communicate or via text. But it then we will go into how you can leverage this for small businesses and can basically add value to them by reducing manual tasks such as data entry into apps like Excel, Google Sheets, and you can create custom reports and help them in their finance, etc., etc. And we'll just wrap up with my closing thoughts on why it might be beneficial, who should use it, and maybe some limitations to make. And this wrap up and close thoughts may be like ad hoc and just some of my thoughts. I haven't done in-depth research on it, but I felt like some of it you can maybe like actually comprehend or think about and see, okay, yeah, this might be a limited use case here. But for the most part, it is really an expansive tool or expensive platform. So you can definitely think of it like it will be definitely beneficial to you, even if you don't have a business. So let's get started, guys. So what can you build and make? So systems, systems such as sales processes and lead uploads, those specifically uploading leads, managing those leads and putting them into a CRM, such as a HubSpot, I believe ClickUp, Even some people might just use Google Sheets for their CRM. So that can be built in Make. You can connect all different types of applications, such as the ones I already mentioned, like ClickUp, HubSpot, and once a lead come in from maybe a landing page, you can upload it automatically to um, HubSpot, let's say. That's your CRM platform. You can upload it to HubSpot. You can categorize it into a different segment or folder where it's going to be like a warm lead, a cold lead, or a hot lead based on the information they may provide on the landing page. That can all be done in Make. Could get very advanced. Workflows, you can create workflows in Make, such as creating a Trello card or updating a Trello card to done, utilizing the Kanban methodology. And you can create new cards. You can put cards into the done folder or the work in progress cards or folder. I'm saying folder, but like, it's not really a folder. If you know what Kanban is, you'll know like I'm talking about. Uh, in a it, to give you a brief of it, it's just basically like three cards or about three to four cards where it's categorized as to be done or current projects or current tasks working on or in progress, then in progress tasks or activities, and then the done card or board. And in Kanban, you would basically move the items from work in progress to done or discovery phase to work in progress, done. Such those things like that what makes what is a Kanban methodology or workflow. But like with Make, you can automate this, and if it's coming from Google Sheets or Excel, you can put all of those activities into Trello by automating them. That's one thing you can build and Make. You can manage your whole business in Make if you want to send invoices if you're a restaurant, or if you want to send a script to the podcast host. You could basically manage all of that kind of productivity in Make. So I'm gonna share my screen. So for those of you who are listening, it's best to go to our YouTube channel where we can show a walkthrough of the platform. And this is just going to be from my knowledge so far of it. So I just hope that you guys enjoy it and hopefully just get to understand my thought process on it. Just give me a second, guys. Okay, so here we are. So just go to the walk. So when you log in, this would be your home screen. This is just basically where you can have a dedicated team, or if you're working in an organization, you can just have your team right here, sub teams. You can have your users who have access to the automation. We'll get into it, but you can have where you have invited users to your organization dashboard. This is where you have subscriptions, and obviously I'm on the free one for right now. And all these other tabs I haven't checked out yet, but for the most part, I'll just come into scenarios. Scenarios is basically where all of they may call it scenarios. So it's basically where all your scenarios of whatever you're automating will lie. So I was just testing. My first one was the integration of Google Forms from one of the marketing student survey I had done a while ago. This recent one, which I'm going to walk you guys through on, is with my friend Kayla. Like I said, she has a bakery, and it's a custom bakery, kind of ad hoc, where she just takes order from friends or family. So I decided to maybe just create this for her and just see how it goes. So from the first, I asked her, actually just spoke to her and I asked her, like, how do you intake orders? And she told me that she actually just get orders through IG, or she just have a friend of a referral, and someone will call her or text her, say, hey, I need like this cake. I want it to be um, 6 inches, 8 inches large. Just need one. I want it in this design or that design. So I said, how can you automate this? That's my thought process in that. And since learning this platform, I'm just like, maybe I can help her out. So basically what we decided on is to create a Google Forms. I'm going to show you the Google form now. This is the Google form, Taylor's Bakery order form. And right now you can see a respondent or a prospect will enter their name, their email, phone number or Instagram handle, type of services they would like, either cake, cupcakes, custom designs, and just basically a basic form. And then this is the Google Sheets where basically they would, so I will show you in the workflow actually, but yeah, this is where all of these entries would basically get populated, auto-populated into this Google Sheets using, so let's go back real quick. So I had some errors with it though, and I'm still learning, but basically it was not able to convert the timestamp that Google Forms just automatically generates. So you don't see anything with time here, but like once you get a response, this was me testing it, but it generates a timestamp and a date. So you can see from here. Actually, yeah, so you can see the response ID, you can see create time, last submitted time, but you clearly don't see on Google Forms all of these, but this is just something that's manually added. So these are all of the things that we created, and this would be where it should be added to the Google Sheets. So this one I'm still working on. Let me actually go to one where it is working, and I can show you guys what happens when we actually fill out the form, and then what will happen in Google Sheets, etc., etc. And Make really does help and give you a lot of different learning like courses and such that's for free. So I was reading the documentation, and actually I had to connect to Google Console platform, GCP, Google Cloud Platform, actually, to basically authenticate my Gmail so that I can like write emails and send it automatically to Kayla. This is for Kayla's bakery. So it was definitely something like, you have to get in depth with and read a bit about it. So let me just show you guys real quick. So like I said, guys, if you're listening on audio, it's best to actually just go on YouTube so you can see what I am doing. Computer is mad slow. I need like one of those Japanese computers where it's like super fast. Or maybe it's a new Mac, the A1 chip, that, because it's super slow. We're moving. And I may actually take some courses on it to get more in depth on how to actually master it. So I was looking up some courses earlier. I'm gonna definitely try and get more advanced in this because I can see a lot of like ways in which things can be built out, systems can be created, and I was just getting excited thinking about it. So I'm filling it out. It's just creating dummy data, just filling it out just so I can show you guys. Submit that. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to make.com and I'm gonna run this scenario, right? So I just want you guys to pay attention to this specifically. See how this last thing was cyborg at blah blah blah. Oh, it just already, you know why it did that automatically? Because I forgot that I had it on run. I had it scheduling, so I had it on, so it's indefinitely running. So anytime a new entry has been recorded, it just automatically populated. So remember the email was testing 123. What year am I in? Junior, my marketing major, concentration, data analytics. It just recorded it. So you see how it populated it rather quickly with the time date? That's what happened there. So it's a great tool, to be honest with you. Like it's really amazing. And once I saw that, I was like, whoa, this is like awesome. So I was definitely excited to get started on it and to learn more about it actually. And I can see myself using this to help small businesses, to help my friend Kayla, actually. So it's just been really good. And I'm definitely going to get more in depth with it. And hopefully, not hopefully, once I do get advanced, I can actually automate this podcast. So I can do certain back end things and automate it. So, guys, that was just a quick walkthrough of what I was doing and my thought process behind Kayla's Bakery was once. Uh, let's go back to actually. So let me share my screen one more time, and I can show you, walk you through my thought process in the apps that I wanted to use for her bakery business. Really need to let's go. Let's go. So my thought process in picking a Google Forms is just because I know Google Forms is just more easier to get it up, set it up quickly, and I actually had to utilize one of Make's internal tool to convert. It's gonna throw an error or it throws an error because it's the timestamp column that it's this stamp column right here. It does it in this one too, but I had put a module. These are also called modules. This app right here is the module. This right here is a module. And then there's operations. So operations is clearly in the name. It's how the flow is being operated. So the module was picking up on this timestamp column and it wasn't able to convert it to just like a text. So you see how most of these are just text, except for this special character of the at, but it was not able to convert the date time. So it throws an error. So if I run this, it's converting the encoding of a text. So this is what it's doing. It's converting one of these. Oh, actually, also it doesn't convert the checkboxes. So if you have the checkboxes on your form, it will have a hard time converting that, and it would just give like a numeric data, knowing that like if you have on the form you saw earlier, it was choices where it's like for the services, which was cake, custom design, or cupcakes. It will not recognize them as that text. It would just recognize it as just like a numeric value. So it could be 1, 5, 10, 90, or whatever for cupcakes selection. So that's one way it throws off an error too. Yeah. So I'm basically working on that right now. And one of the I'm using Google Sheets to like input the data to add a new row every time there's a new customer or prospect wants an order. It'll go automatically to that Google Sheet that I showed you guys earlier. And then from there, I decided to use Gmail so that I can send Kayla her a new participant has been recorded. Go check out the form so that she knows like, okay, cool. Like, let me go check it out and see their numbers, their emails, so I can contact them and get this order started. So that was my thought process in this workflow right here, or this scenario right here. And still working on it. Still think it's good to. I'm gonna keep exploring. I'm gonna actually take some courses and try and get to the bottom of it. But that was just a quick walkthrough of Kayla's Bakery. I'm hoping to start making it more for others that I may know who runs restaurants or who just have like their own, like maybe they're freelancers and just needed like a good management software or management system to help them get leads and optimize their leads for sales. And I can definitely see Make helping me in making that happen. No pun intended. So how can you leverage this for small businesses that may manually want to do tasks like data entry, create customer reports, or handle their finances? Some of it I just already said, and it's just a way to automate them so they can focus on maybe new ideas. They can free up certain productivity tasks that they need to do, such as manually entering customer information so they can have it for bookkeeping, which is finance, and they can be able to not have to worry about those type of boring processes in their business. It really is a great way to have one, reduce spend in maybe a bookkeeper or reduce spend in an accountant, when you can just have something that's automatically taking all of your data entry points, such as the amount that you had, like basically like the sales that you have gotten, right, from your business. Let's say for Kayla's Bakery, she just got a new order. She can maybe just have the price there and put and take the price, and then she knows, okay, this is how much I need. This is how much I'm charging. This is what the prospect or the client is going to get, and she don't have to manually do all of that. She can just have it automatically come in, and like it helps streamline her business or future business. So as I wrap up, some closing thoughts why make is beneficial. I believe make is beneficial and valuable if you want to have a productive business or service. So if I'm a freelancer and I really dislike admin stuff, I can actually create a scenario and make and have it run daily or consistently or whatever time interval I want to schedule it by, but I'll prefer it to be daily if I'm a freelancer and I have leads coming in. I can automatically send them a welcome email. I can then maybe send them a PDF of how the service is going to be, like whatever uh, custom service you want, you can automate it and give that new lead a great experience. Knowing that you're a professional, it could showcase you're a professional and people will take you more seriously. And who should use it? I believe freelancers, small businesses, even some enterprise like companies, some enterprise clients can utilize this in small ways, maybe for small teams where they are doing orders for maybe a large business or a large franchise. So, for example, for me, let's say I work in media, I can use it as a small team where I can automate some tasks that's really repetitive and boring, and I can actually focus on more qualitative services or features of what I do as an associate in my agency. And it just honestly, for most individuals, most businesses, of course, but you can also automate certain things like you can categorize the folders in your email. You can categorize emails and make it into folders that's probably urgent or non-urgent. You can maybe delete certain things that you don't want in your email, free up space in your email inbox. It's a lot you can do with Make. Some limitations to Make. I haven't came across any limitations yet, but I would think after a while, maybe, you know, becomes like you will have to pay for certain like scenarios that are run. If you're having 100 scenarios running, you may have to pay for that. So those could be limitation. Limitation is just like you may eventually have to pay for a premium plan. Uh, some other limitations may be like tokens that's needed to run larger scenarios. I think I already said that, but I'm not sure. I would maybe have to like see once I start learning and become advanced and make. So I hope you guys learned a lot from this. And I just want to say that creating and like for me personally, administration I dislike. So make is definitely something that I can see being utilized one for the podcast and writing like my show notes and scripts. And I could just automatically populate a Google Doc for my scripts, and I can use ChatGPT while helping generate ideas for the shows, for the future shows. This is something that I'm really excited about, and I hope that you guys look into it more. And it was great speaking with you guys, and we'll definitely, once I get more advanced with this, run it back and maybe show you guys a really complex scenario. And yeah, so see you guys on the next episode. This is Ron signing out. Peace.